If your future self explodes, I'll die. Lin Moyu knew that his idea failed again. Seeing my future self with my own eyes and my body exploding, I couldn't help but feel a little palpitated. Actively attacking this tree and triggering the flower's curse is an unfeasible idea. Hua Hua was a powerful being in the Tulu tribe during his lifetime. Even though he is dead and even after countless years, his power still exists. It is set a curse to protect itself. Whether it is pollen or the plant itself, both conditions triggers the curse. The pollen is okay, but Lin Moyu can't bear the attack of the tree. The curse of the flower itself is enough to kill him. He didn't even know how many times he would be killed. After self-destruction, his talent is activated and he is reborn, but will the power of the curse still exist? And even if there is no curse, will his soul be severely damaged? Various possibilities made him dare not gamble, and he had to think of something else. Lin Moyu has a sense of crisis at every step. In this world shrouded by a curse, if he makes a wrong step, the price will be death. I fell into deep thought again, thinking about everything that happened before and understanding it. He conducted a review based on the causes and consequences. Gradually, Lin Moyu thought of some possibilities. It will definitely not work with pollen. It is simply insufficient. If you want to take your soul further, you need another idea. It is useless just to increase the power of the curse, it also requires promotion of levels. This is like 100 gods. Although they are powerful together, they can't compare to a strong man who is half a step to the other side. The increase in quantity will indeed increase the power, but it cannot improve the level. Pollen is always at the level of pollen and cannot reach the other side. No matter how many there are, they will never reach the other side. However, for the soul to truly transform, it requires a curse from the other side to temper it. And the power of the curse cannot be too strong, it needs to be just right. If it's too strong and he can't bear it, he can either use status immunity to greatly reduce the effect, or he will die on the spot, ending his attempted conquest in failure. Lin Moyu has a mature idea, but it's hard to say whether this idea is feasible. If others try this and the experiment fails, they will have to pay a huge price. But Lin Moyu had other ways. The existence of the Buddhist Lich allows him to use his thoughts to communicate with the future and check out certain possibilities. Although it may not be completely accurate, he can use it to grasp potential clues, which might be enough. In his thoughts, Lin Moyu recalled the flower bones he had seen before. The flower bones that were not in full bloom were just powerful beings in the other side realm. At that time, he triggered its curse and was almost killed. It is the best object for this idea. Simulate it in your thoughts, try to trigger Waguduo's curse, and then use this thought to use the truth-seeing technique. He assumed that he once again encountered a flower bone flower, and used resurrection of the dead to resurrect the flower person again, and allowed the other flower to curse him. Lin Moyu relied on his own memory to truly create something out of nothing. The truth-seeing technique was used silently, and feedback was quickly received. The law of fate actually recognized Lin Moyu's operation and really returned the corresponding information. In the future imagined by Lin Moyu, he once again encountered a flower bone that was not in full bloom. In the immortal flame, Huaguduo was resurrected and its soul was reorganized. Then it resisted the control of resurrection of the dead and at the same time cast a curse on Lin Moyu, cursing the guy who dared to blaspheme himself. Lin Moyu fell into a sluggish state due to the curse, but did not self-destruct. The curse of Waguduo is much weaker than the curse of the trees. It is a bit weaker than the curse of the strange tree. Lin Moyu did not let status immunity expel the curse, but relied on his own will and strength to resist the erosion of the curse. If it were before, he wouldn't be able to do it. But after being tempered by the pollen again and again, both his will and soul are much stronger than before. After a few seconds, his eyes regained clarity and he successfully resisted the curse. There was excitement in his eyes at the same time. The picture shattered again and ended, and the truth-seeing technique ended. Lin Moyu clenched his fists and said with a little excitement, "It's really possible." His vision came true, it really could be like this. Although the bone flower's curse has reached the other side level, it cannot really kill him. When the level changes, the purple light in the soul can be stimulated and the soul can be improved again. From the look in his eyes at the end of the picture, Lin Moyu has already seen the answer. Not bad. Lin Moyu deeply appreciates the magic of seeing the truth, which can not only avoid danger, but also find a way to practice for himself. He somewhat understood the true meaning of the art of voyeurism. A glimpse of the truth, whether it is the truth of seeking survival or the truth of seeking strength, it can be evolved and changed in the future. It's a magical technique. I really don't know how amazing and talented the person who created this technique was. The art of voyeurism communicates the law of fate, and those who use it do not need to understand the law of fate at all. The person who created it must have controlled the law of destiny to an extremely deep level, otherwise it would be impossible to create such a magical spell. People who can create secret techniques based on the laws are more admirable than those who simply control the laws. Since ancient times, I thought that there were not many such people. Normally people can master the techniques they awakened themselves, but cannot create secret techniques that others can learn. Most people know this, but don't understand why. They can make perfect use of the law, but don't know how to make their law work for others. Now that the simulation has been successful through the peeping technique, the next step is to find Waguduo. The Tulu world is so vast and boundless that there cannot be only one Waguduo. Millions of skeleton god warriors have been released, and the map in his mind has become extremely vast at this moment. A large number of basins were discovered again. There are caves in each basin, leading to the big world. Thousands of basins form a square array, and outside the square array are strange trees like hills. In the Great War in ancient times, all the soldiers in the basin were killed, and their bodies and minds disappeared. Although the General Kaishu also died, his body was preserved and was covered in curses. In addition to a large number of newly discovered strange trees in the basin, there are also small dots on the map in my mind. These little dots are bone flowers. Waguduo was discovered while Lin Moyu was suffering from the curse, and now he is putting them to good use. Lin Moyu quickly ran towards the nearest flower bone. I don't know what state the soldiers in the basin are at. They probably haven't reached the other side yet. When you reach the other side, even if you die, your physical body will remain and cannot be erased by time. As for the soldiers who did not reach the other side, even if their physical bodies were preserved at first, they would eventually be erased by time. Lin Moyu had a new understanding of the other side in his heart. What is the other side? This is a whole new realm. In the little world, the supergod realm is the realm that distinguishes ordinary people from cultivators. The other side seems to be another level of distinction between practitioners. Waguduo appeared in his sight. The 50-meter-high flower bones have already reached the other shore before they bloom and are still just larvae. The Tulu people are a terribly powerful race. He just encountered a more formidable opponent. When he came to a stop in front of Waguduo, Lin Moyu did not take action immediately. He once again summoned the Buddhist lich and used the truth-seeing technique to conduct a review. This time it is no longer his imagination, but with Waguduo as a reference, the results of Xuanzhen technique will be more accurate. With actual reference, the result obtained by voyeurism is not very different from the result he imagined. This time, Lin Moyu was really relieved. After all, it is a matter of life and death, so we have to be careful. When he was ready, a group of immortal flames popped out from his fingertips and landed on the flower bone. Immediately, the bright red flower bud rose into a huge pillar of fire 50 meters high, turning into a gray ball of fire. Lin Moyu is ready for the curse at any time. Waguduo's soul reorganized and regained consciousness. The breath is getting stronger and stronger, and the breath of the other side is rising. It is a native creature of the Tulu world, so the curse in the air did not attack it. Just like the fragments foreshadowed in the future, the resurrection of the dead cannot control the strong in the other side. Waguduo began to fight against the spell, fighting for control. At the same time, it cast a curse attack on the instigator. The bright red flower buds released a blue soul curse. In an instant, all kinds of negative emotions came to my heart. Lin Moyu's eyes are dull. The world has become gloomy, and there is no hope for the future. I deserve to die. To live without meaning is to die. No, you have to live, you have to live. The idea of suicide kept rising, but it was forced to release by a strong will. Wave after wave of pessimistic emotions, Lin Moyu's will is also the same, pressing and erasing them again and again. The battle between the two sides was extremely fierce, competing for the dominance of each other. In the end, it was Lin Moyu who had the upper hand. The power of the curse was not endless, and finally become exhausted after a few seconds. At this time, the battle between the Bone Flower and Return of the Dead was at its final stage, and Resurrection of the Dead couldn't control it, so it chose to destroy it. The inside of the Bone Flower exploded, turned into powder, and disappeared without a trace, leaving only a huge hole in the ground. Lin Moyu didn't care about its life or death, but cared about the state of his own soul. Looking at it, I felt joy in my heart, and the stagnant soul really became stronger again. Purple brilliance spread from the neck to the head. Looking at it this way, almost 20 times are needed and the soul can be transformed into a 5th grade purple jade soul. He began to look for Waguduo, resurrecting it again and again, triggering the curse. Seeing the soul gradually transforming towards the 5th grade purple jade soul, Lin Moyu is full of motivation. After a few days, his whole soul is filled with purple. But the soul has not yet changed, and it is still at the peak of the 4th rank. This is the real pinnacle of the 4th rank, only a little short of the 5th rank, but this little bit has become extremely difficult to grasp. Waguduo's curse training also reached its limit, unable to help Lin Moyu completely complete his transformation. Lin Moyu knew that he needed a stronger curse. The flower bud is a larva, and the blooming flower is its fully grown appearance. The flowers are absolutely untouchable, as long as you touch them, you will die. Lin Moyu immediately set his sights on the strange tree. In his cognition, it is also the other shore, where the flower buds are the weakest, the strange tree is slightly stronger, and the blooming flowers are the strongest. Since the flower buds are useless and the blooming flowers cannot be touched, only the strange tree remains. Lin Moyu took a deep breath, rushed to the strange tree, he used the truth-peeping technique, and got affirmative results. The future fragments are near misses, and Lin Moyu sees himself succeeding. But at the end of the picture, Lin Moyu saw the depths of his eyes, revealing panic. Panic? Lin Moyu froze for a moment. Why would there be panic? Did something unexpected happen? Using voyeurism again, I saw exactly the same picture again. This time, Lin Moyu looked at it very carefully, and it was indeed panic in his eyes. The look in his own eyes was all too familiar to him. If there is anything unpredictable in this world, it is only one thing. Lin Moyu looked up at the sky, the dark sky, thick clouds, and the red curse hidden behind the clouds. The red curse behind the clouds is the greatest danger in this world. Lin Moyu murmured to himself, it should be that the transformation of the soul triggered the curse attack. Not only is the level of power not allowing the emergence of the realms above gods, but also the emergence of 5th grade souls is not allowed here. If that's the case, Lin Moyu thought of a solution. He wanted to use a peep into the future to see if his method could resolve the crisis. But the result disappointed him, and he did not get an accurate answer. Because the crisis he faces needs to be triggered under 2 conditions. The first condition is that his soul undergoes transformation, from a 4th grade soul to a 5th grade soul, but reaching the 5th grade soul also has a prerequisite, which is to survive the curse of the strange tree. The sight in the future is very short, and he cannot skip the curse of the strange tree and see what happens after it. It seems that the truth-seeing technique is not omnipotent. It can only see 1 step ahead, not 2 or 3 steps. My idea should be correct. Either I face the danger head-on or I must give up on raising my soul grade. The curse from above cannot be stopped, we can only find ways to avoid it. But how to avoid it? Lin Moyu thought about it and quickly thought of a way. This method seems to be possible, but it cannot be verified. Is it possible? What if what I think is wrong? Then I am facing death. To gamble or not to gamble? Is this deal worth gambling on a 5th grade soul with my life? In the midst of the confusion, I had an answer in my mind. Lin Moyu was ready to risk his life and decided to take a gamble. The temptation of a 5th grade soul is too great, so big that it is worth gambling with his life. Now that a decision has been made, Lin Moyu will not hesitate any longer. After he prepared himself, the immortal flame popped up. Stellar level magic, resurrection of the dead. The flames enveloped the strange tree, and the whole mountain was burning blazingly. The soul of the strange tree is reorganizing and its consciousness is recovering. It is obviously stronger than Waguduo, and it has already started to fight with resurrection of the dead, before its consciousness has fully recovered. At the same time, it is the same as Waguduo, and it instantly hated Lin Moyu, the initiator Dai. Lin Moyu seemed to hear a roar. The roar carried boundless killing intent, and a red light appeared above his head. The curse came, condensed into a bloody big axe outside the soul world, and chopped directly on the crystal barrier. Lin Moyu lost the ability to think, his eyes were dull, and all his thoughts were concentrated in his soul. Although there is no pessimistic mood, the danger we are facing this time is much stronger than before. Fortunately, Lin Moyu is much stronger than before, his soul is strong, and the crystal barrier is also strong. The giant axe slashed at the crystal barrier, causing the soul world to shake violently, but this time the crystal barrier did not break. The method of dealing with soul attack curses is different from the method of dealing with psychic curses. Mind-type curses must be fought against with the will, while soul-type curses must be fought against with the soul. The giant tree of talent stretched crazily and whipped the giant axe. The 9-colored dragon soul crystal roared, and also turned into a phantom, attacking the giant axe. The undead army appeared in the soul, and rushed to the great axe fearlessly. Lin Moyu held the scepter of natural disasters, and issued a time curse towards the giant axe. At the same time, he charged forward, rushed out of the soul world, and fought fiercely with the giant axe. Lin Moyu is like a general, leading his own soul in a life-and-death struggle with the enemy. The battle in the soul world was extremely fierce. Lin Moyu fought to the death, which put a strong pressure on the soul, and at the same time became the driving force for the soul to move forward. The purple light in the soul is getting stronger, and gradually begins to change. In the outside world, the battle between resurrection of the dead and the strange tree has also come to an end. Resurrection of the dead, unable to control the strange tree, began to destroy it. The strange tree finally revived, refused to die easily, and still resisted. It's a pity that it is already a dead tree, and it can resist being controlled, but it cannot resist the fate of being destroyed. Eventually, it collapsed and exploded with a bang. Lin Moyu also spent the power of the curse at the same moment, and his soul began to transform. The soul world erupted into bright purple, and the purple diffused to the outside world, revealing from every inch of the skin of the body. A strange breath rose from the soul. Lin Moyu's consciousness has returned, but the control of his body has not been fully restored. The clouds in the sky changed, the red light began to dominate the earth, and a powerful coercion emerged. A skeleton god turned into a streamer and came to Lin Moyu in an instant. It pushed Lin Moyu up and rushed into the big pit left behind by the strange tree. The whole process didn't even add up to 0.1 seconds. Lin Moyu's body control has not yet been restored. The skeleton god holds Lin Moyu in his arms, and rushes out into the vortex frantically. The two plunged into the vortex, accelerated, and continued to speed up. There are countless fragments in the vortex, raining down on Lin Moyu and the skeleton general. But Lin Moyu didn't have time to pay attention to it at all. He looked through the vortex to the Tulu world that had been shrouded in red. At this moment, he could do nothing but pray. He knew that when the curse fell, he would surely die. so he must escape from Tulu before the curse falls. There is only one way to escape, and that is the maelstrom. The maelstrom can take him to escape, as long as he returns to the big world. The curse in the Tulu world cannot kill him. He was just betting that he could escape faster than the curse could reach him. The vortex is still spinning, leading him to the big world. The red light in his sight had already appeared, and the power of the curse got into the hole, rushing towards him. The rotation speed of the vortex seemed to be affected by the curse and slowed down a bit. Lin Moyu unconsciously felt despair. He kept ordering the skeleton god to speed up, and the speed really got faster. Lin Moyu realized that he had begun to break away from the Tulu tribe, and the laws of the big world had begun to take effect. The speed of Light Lich's ability began to recover. The speed is getting faster and faster, and the breath of the big world is getting stronger and stronger. But the red light chasing him was approaching rapidly, and he was about to catch up. Lin Moyu regained control of his body at this time. He put away the skeleton general, and a jade tablet appeared in his hand, which he crushed directly. His body disappeared like a dream bubble. The red curse passed through the body, came to the end of the vortex, was blocked by an invisible barrier, and finally disappeared. The world in the Tulu world returned to darkness, and the red color was hidden behind the clouds once again. Area 9-58, outside the maelstrom, near the Necromancer. With a slight twist in the space, Lin Moyu suddenly appeared here. Lin Moyu's face was slightly pale, and his eyes were filled with the rejoicing and joy of escaping death. Lin Moyu let out a long breath and finally jumped out. Fortunately, he left a teleportation beacon here before, so we are really well prepared. It's useless when it's useless, but it can save lives when it's useful. In the vortex, when he was about to reach the exit, seeing the curse coming, Lin Moyu activated the teleportation talisman the moment he regained control of his body. The teleportation talisman took him away from the maelstrom and returned to the big world. The curse failed to catch up, and the power of Tulu realm could not interfere with the big world. Just like the power of the big world cannot interfere with the Tulu world. The vortex is the fusion of the two worlds, where they penetrate each other. "You brat, you're finally out," a familiar voice sounded in my ears, with a hint of concern in the voice. Lin Moyu mistakenly saw Zhu Qiwu, who was looking at him with a smile on his face, as if he was worried. Lin Moyu was in a good mood at this time. "Senior, why are you here?" "I come here to see if you are dead." Before he finished speaking, Ijiwu's eyes suddenly stared into the sky. Lin Moyu's body was glowing with purple light at this moment, and his aura was getting stronger and stronger. The transformation of the soul has officially begun, from the 4th grade Jade Soul to the 5th grade Purple Jade Soul. A difference of 1 grade or 1 word can make a world of difference. This step has been taken. The sea and the sky are vast, and the future is unlimited. If you can't step over it, you will eventually become a withered skeleton over the years. Lin Moyu no longer worried about him. His mind fell into the soul world again, and he began to understand all the changes brought about by the transformation of the soul. It is not just a change in the individual soul, but also a change in the entire soul world. The soul world is growing rapidly. The soul world that was originally occupied by the giant tree of talent has become empty again. The soul world has become 100 times larger, and the giant tree of talent has once again turned into a small tree, no longer blocking the sky and the sun. The soul body has become a small dot sitting cross-legged under the giant tree of talent, but the entire soul world is centered on this small dot, and is controlled by it. The magic stars rose into the sky one after another and came to the top of the soul world, still shining as brightly and with clear layers as before. Among all magic stars, the one at the top is always infinite fusion. It is still like an emperor, controlling all magic techniques. The law of chaos spreading from it connects all the spells together, making all the spells look like a whole. After the soul world expanded 100 times, the crystal barrier also transformed into purple jade and became a purple jade barrier. The purple jade barrier became thicker and stronger. From the 4th grade to the 5th grade, it is not only a change in scale, but also a change in essence. In the soul world, a galaxy suddenly appeared. In the gray and white galaxy, the immortal law surges like a wave. A large number of invisible waves flow out from the law galaxy and fall on the soul body like a waterfall. The soul body is baptized by the law of immortality and becomes pure. The power of the law galaxy baptizes the soul, and many impurities in the soul are cleaned out. It's not just impurities that are being cleaned up, there are other laws as well. Lin Moyu once mastered the law of killing and the law of thunder and lightning, but in this baptism they were completely cleaned up, leaving no trace behind. The soul becomes completely pure. Lin Moyu couldn't help laughing when he saw this, such a thing could happen. Is this the baptism of the law galaxy? It's so overbearing. Is it my immortal law that is overbearing, or is this the case for all laws of galactic baptism? Speaking of which, I am only at the 3rd level of God King, and my soul has been baptized by the galaxy of laws. This is too bizarre. Why do I feel that my soul can already enter the galaxy of laws? Thoughts popped up in his mind. Lin Moyu, who was involved in the incident, couldn't believe the changes. As for the outsider Zhu Qiwu, his mouth opened wide in shock, and his jaw almost dropped off. His clone was hanging in the air without exploding. How is it possible? How is it possible for him to reach the 5th grade Purple Jade Soul? A 5th grade Purple Jade Soul in the God King realm, what kind of joke is this? Did I fall into an illusion? This is impossible. He has not yet completely transformed into a 5th grade Purple Jade Soul, but Lin Moyu has overtaken him. This kind of thing is intolerable. Zhu Qiwu is no longer witnessing the growth of a genius, this genius no longer needs to be witnessed by himself. Unknowingly, this guy had already run in front of him, landed on the bank one step earlier than him, and was waving at him from the other side of the bank. Zhu Qiwu sighed. When the god of war rose, people of his generation must have felt desperate. Not only his peers, but his seniors may also be in despair. Zhu Qiwu looked at Lin Moyu, whose soul had transformed, but thought of Xiao Zhantian, who was alone. Back then, Xiao Zhantian, like Lin Moyu, rose like a comet and grew rapidly to an unmatched level. He crushed an era, and even his predecessors were surpassed by him one by one. It is conceivable that those people in that era felt the same as themselves at that time, with mixed feelings. Zhu Qiwu has been a genius since he was a child, and he is about to step into the other shore, but now, he feels in his heart that he has cultivated to a dog. Stinky boy, how did you do it? I'll ask you later. If you dare not tell me, I'll take your skin off. Zhu Qiwu was so angry that his teeth itched. He was obviously his promising junior, that suddenly ran ahead of him. Don't mention the kind of aggrieved. Lin Moyu's whole body is covered in purple, exuding a noble aura, as if he wants to leave this world and go to another level. Wisps of murderous aura flew out of his body and disappeared into the void. Lin Moyu's temperament has changed, becoming softer, and seems to have lost some sharpness. Then lightning flew out of the body, and also disappeared in the void. Lin Moyu's temperament has become softer, like a piece of beautiful jade. Gentle as Mr. Yujia, Zhu Qiwu's pupils tightened again. The baptism of the law of the galaxy. The brat accepted the baptism of the law of the galaxy in advance. There is no obstacle to stepping into the gods. Others have polished for thousands of years to make their own laws perfect. Close with the laws, your soul will leap into the galaxy. But because the quality of the soul is too high, the brat abandoned the law, and directly relied on the strength of the soul itself to accept the baptism of the law galaxy. The two seem to be the same, but in fact there is a big gap between them. The baptism of the brat is more thorough, and the soul will become cleaner. If this matter is told, a large number of people will die with envy. Even the Buddhist kingdom in the Buddhist clan can't compare with it. Zhu Qiwu can naturally see that the murderous aura and lightning leaving the body are Lin Moyu's law of killing and law of thunder and lightning. Under the baptism of the law of immortality galaxy, these two irrelevant laws were expelled, and Lin Moyu's soul and body became pure. Only the law of immortality remained in his body. The purple light gradually faded away, retracted into the body, and returned to the soul world. The laws and galaxies in the soul world also gradually disappeared, and the whole world returned to calm. After the metamorphosis was over, Lin Moyu slowly opened his eyes, and saw Zhu Qiwu with a calm face. At this moment, Zhu Qiwu has put away his shocked expression, maintained his senior temperament, pretending to be calm. Yes, it seems that you have gained a lot this time. Lin Moyu nodded. I have gained a lot. Zhu Qiwu took out his ship. Go in and talk about it in detail. The small battleship sails in the void, very quietly. On the small tea table inside the battleship, Lin Moyu made tea for Zhu Qiwu familiarly, and this scene seemed familiar. In Lin Moyu's memory, he made tea for several teachers in the same way when he was in the small world. Zhu Qiwu gave himself the same feeling. This old man is really good to himself. Zhu Qiwu took the tea from Lin Moyu with both hands, narrowing his eyes slightly. Let's talk. Lin Moyu took out 2 picture stones, activated one of them, and projected the internal picture. In the picture is a stone tablet with ancient inscriptions engraved on it. Most of the original ancient texts have been erased, leaving only a few ministers. Lin Moyu explained, this is a stone tablet I found in Tulu. Unfortunately, I couldn't bring it back, so I had to record it. Zhu Qiwu obviously knew the ancient text of Yuanshi and could understand the text on it. Tulu, how are you sure it is the Tulu world and not the Tulu tribe? Lin Moyu explained, you should know my magic. I can resurrect the dead in a short time. I found a corpse and learned about it from his mouth. Zhu Qiwu's eyes lit up. Is there a corpse inside? Lin Moyu nodded. There are quite a few. The next moment, Zhu Qiwu seemed to realize something. A corpse that has been immortal for hundreds of millions of years will probably be the other side while alive. Lin Moyu hummed, that should be true. Although my technique can resurrect them, it cannot control them. I almost died inside. Zhu Qiwu was even more curious. Don't be tempted, let's make it clear once and for all. Then Lin Moyu gave an overview of the situation in the Tulu world. Zhu Qiwu said nothing, like a student listening carefully to the teacher's lecture. In Lin Moyu's description, Zhu Qiwu finally had a new understanding of the Tulu world. So, you used the curse inside to sharpen your soul and forcefully pushed your soul into the 5th grade. Lin Moyu hummed, that's about it, otherwise the soul would not be able to progress so quickly. It is indeed a good idea, but unfortunately it cannot be copied. Zhu Qiwu knows that Lin Moyu's specialness cannot be copied by others. Lin Moyu's own soul is strong enough and had reached the peak of the 4th level. In other words, Lin Moyu is already qualified to transform his soul. Coupled with Lin Moyu's own strong will and the help of the truth-seeing technique, the current situation was created. If someone else went in, I'm afraid a curse would come over and there would be no future. But even so, Lin Moyu still narrowly escaped death. Zhu Qiwu asked again, you said that in the Tulu world, except for their native creatures, no existence beyond the realm of gods is allowed? Lin Moyu clicked on the second image stone at this time. The image stone projected a new picture, which showed the golden Buddha and the soul-eating little god. Zhu Qiwu frowned, Buddha clan and demon clan. The coming together of the Buddha clan and the demon clan made Zhu Qiwu wary. The screen played a time when Lin Moyu deliberately provoked the Buddhists to take action against him. Then he decisively killed the soul-eating little god lord, and the golden light little Buddha was seriously injured and escaped. In the end, the little golden Buddha became a Buddha immediately, but it attracted a terrible curse. The red curse behind the clouds, even in the shadow stone, is terrifying and makes people's hearts tremble. What a powerful curse. Zhu Qiwu analyzed from the picture that if it were him, he might not be able to stop the curse's attack. Lin Moyu said, it is indeed very powerful, enough to kill me instantly. Not only are people above the gods not allowed to exist, even 5th grade souls are not allowed. I almost died inside, but luckily I escaped. Lin Moyu did not say specifically how he escaped, but it can be imagined that the whole process must have been dangerous. Zhu Qiwu closed his eyes and pondered for a moment, and roughly understood the reason. I guess the reason why people above the gods are not allowed in is to protect those corpses. Perhaps they are still looking forward to one day coming back from the dead. I just never imagined that when I met a freak like you, the corpse would become an item that you could use. Lin Moyu did not answer Zhu Qiwu's words. Juniors have a few questions, and I hope seniors can give me some advice. He just got a lot of information from Lin Moyu. In exchange, Zhu Qiwu also entered the state of answering questions. Of course, there is a limit to answering all questions. Zhu Qiwu is very clear about what can be said and what cannot be said. Lin Moyu is also very clear about this. According to Zhu Qiwu's words, although Lin Moyu's soul has reached the 5th rank, as long as he does not die, he is almost destined to step on the other shore in the future. But after all, we haven't reached the other side yet. Rules are rules, and they cannot be broken. Lin Moyu asked questions about cultivation, and Zhu Qiwu answered them one by one. First of all, it is why the law of killing and the law of thunder and lightning will be expelled when the law galaxy is baptized. As a result, Lin Moyu's body does not have any traces of the law of killing and the law of thunder. After practicing and comprehending the laws, most of the laws will exist in the body, and a small amount will exist in the soul. When you need to call, you only need to think about it, and you can use it. But now, whether it is the soul or the body, there is only the law of immortality left. Of course, Lin Moyu has the foundation. If he wants to, he can get back these two laws in a very short time and restore them to their original level. But Zhu Qiwu told Lin Moyu not to do this. From the king of the gods to the little god and finally promoted to the god. One of the most difficult is 2 words, balance. There are many ways to balance. The simplest and most common way is to keep it pure. This kind of purity refers to the body and soul, which is actually the purity of the law level. Pure nature is also balanced. Only one law is kept, and it is relatively easy to promote. There is another way. Many people comprehend the 2 laws at the same time. At this time, it is necessary to raise the 2 laws to the same level and keep the 2 laws in balance. As long as the balance is kept perfect enough, it can also be promoted. The advantage is that after being promoted, one can bathe in 2 law galaxies at the same time, accepting 2 baptisms, meaning their strength will be stronger. The disadvantage is that it is very difficult to keep the 2 laws in perfect balance. Moreover, these 2 laws must belong to the same echelon, otherwise it is impossible to maintain a perfect balance. This is where the significance of dividing echelons by the law lies. Different echelons at different levels have essential differences. Lin Moyu's law of immortality is in the 1st echelon, so no matter how he cultivates and comprehends the law of killing and the law of lightning, it is impossible to maintain a balance with the law of immortality. If he wanted to be promoted to a god, he could only choose to expel the 2 laws and keep his soul and body pure. This is why Zhu Qiwu told himself not to comprehend other laws before reaching the gods. Because it is difficult to find the law of the 1st echelon, which can match the law of immortality. This situation will not be resolved until Lin Moyu becomes a god. As for how to solve it, Zhu Qiwu didn't say. He just told Lin Moyu that he would naturally understand after he became a god. Lin Moyu thinks this method will not be too simple. He has encountered many gods, and killed several of them easily. But the gods I have seen even have only 1 law. Is it because the gods can't comprehend other laws? It's almost impossible. There must be a deeper reason. After a long voyage, the battleship returned to the battlefield. Before Zhu Qiwu left, he told Lin Moyu that the rewards for this mission would be distributed directly by Renhuang Network after he reported it. I just need to go to Fortress number 1 and wait, it won't be too long. According to Zhu Qiwu, the reward will not be too bad. The information of ancient times is too important, and the high-level people of all ethnic groups need it. This discovery by Lin Moyu can be said to be of great significance. With a vicious look on his face, Lin Moyu sat in the teleportation array and returned to Fort number 1. Across tens of thousands of light years, transiting again and again, it's another long teleportation. Lin Moyu knew that his 2nd consecutive mission was finally completed. Area 9 to 58, in front of the maelstrom. A 24-leaf golden lotus flew across a long space. Golden Buddha light illuminates the space, and a Buddha sits quietly on a lotus, with a majestic appearance. The golden lotus stopped in front of the maelstrom, and the Buddha slowly opened his eyes and looked at it. Golden light shot out from his eyes, trying to push away the clouds and mist and see clearly the world behind the maelstrom. But it was destined to return in vain, and there will be no gain. But he didn't give up. On his forehead, he suddenly opened a vertical eye. A stronger golden light burst out from his eyes, as if he could see through all illusions and see the truth. If Lin Moyu were here, he would be able to see that this vertical eye contains the ability to see the truth. It's just that the magic of seeing the truth used by the three-eyed Buddha is so powerful that it is completely different from Lin Moyu's Buddhist lich, and seems to have gone at different extremes. Not only are the movements completely opposite, but the effects are completely different. The golden light of the vertical eye enveloped the large whirlpool, and many faces were reflected in it. Not a picture of the future, but a picture of the past. The picture is like a slideshow, played quickly, and then freezing, and so on. First up on the scene is Lin Moyu. Three-eyed Buddha didn't know Lin Moyu, he knew a human race went in. This is a certain area of the Suzaku battlefield, where a large number of human races are active, and it is normal for one or two of them to enter. The screen continues to fast forward and then freezes again. A little golden Buddha appeared on the screen, and then the little god of Soul Eater also appeared. After the two seemed to say a few words, they entered the vortex together. Afterwards, the demon warship that came with the little soul devourer turned around and left without stopping. According to the demon clan, this is the place where the golden light last appeared. The golden light should have entered and fell inside it. The little soul devourer god Venerable didn't come out either, and it seemed that he also fell inside it. Could it be that what happened to the two of them inside, or what conflicts occurred, is still related to the human race that went in first? But that human race is only the third rank of God King, and its strength is far from that of Jin Guang. It should not be him. It's a bit weird here, and it seems to be recorded in the family. The three-eyed Buddha pondered carefully, looking for information about this area from his thousands of years of life and vast cognition. But unfortunately, he didn't find it. The big world is huge, there are too many strange areas, and the Buddhas rarely travel in the world. Although they pay attention to collecting information, the real information is not comprehensive. The picture presented by the vertical eye began to fast forward again, and Jin Shao's little Buddha and Soul Eater's little spirit never appeared again. Until Lin Moyu reappeared in the picture. Lin Moyu appears at the edge of the screen, thousands of kilometers away. The moment Lin Moyu appeared, the third vertical eye of the three-eyed Buddha suddenly shrunk. In the picture, Lin Moyu is clothed in Buddha's light. How can a human race be clothed in Buddha's light? This is the Buddha's light left over from long-term use of a Buddha's treasure. He has the Buddha's treasure in his hand. Buddha treasures rarely leak out. If he killed Jin Guang and got the golden Buddha treasure, it would be normal. The three-eyed Buddha quickly made a judgment in his heart. At this time, the picture changed again, and a middle-aged man with ordinary appearance appeared in front of Lin Moyu. As he appeared, the third vertical eye suddenly closed. The three-eyed Buddha groaned, and golden blood flowed out of the third vertical eye. It turns out to be a strong person from the other side of the human race. How come a strong man from the other side appears here? What is the identity of this human race who only has the third level of God King? The three-eyed Buddha's heart was filled with huge waves, and his calm face showed a look of panic. He did not dare to stay here, and drove away with the golden lotus under his seat turning into light. Lin Moyu, who had just returned to Fort No. 1, suddenly felt something strange, as if someone was spying on him. This feeling came very strangely, bred inexplicably, and was sensed by the soul. The soul senses that the prying comes from a distant place, as if breaking through the limitations of space and time, and coming directly. Unable to find the source of the prying, I felt extremely weird. With the appearance of the red fire, Lin Moyu showed a strange expression, which made the ferocious red fire even more ferocious. When he left the teleportation array, Many people subconsciously took half a step back to avoid this guy. Lin Moyu felt helpless about this. Over the past few days, the number of people in Fort Number 1 has decreased a lot. But it was still more than when he first came to the battlefield. If he dared to restore his original appearance, he would definitely be watched again. After thinking about it, it's better to swagger through the market with a fierce appearance. Zhu Qiwu has already reported the mission for him. He doesn't need to go to the mission center anymore. He just needs to wait for the information from Renhuang Network. At that time, the second chain task will be completed. At this moment, there is still about a year and a half before the opening of the 4-star field competition. The rest of the time is relatively free. He can do whatever he wants. Lin Moyu went straight to the living area and entered the restaurant. This time he narrowly escaped death, so he also needs to relax, let his tight heart rest. And the successful promotion to the 5th rank soul this time is also worthy of celebration. Feeling the comings and goings of practitioners, Lin Moyu chose a place by the window where he could see the outside scene. Around him, no one sat down. Some people came over, and after seeing Lin Moyu's appearance, they walked away one after another and chose other seats. That's fine, it's clean. Lin Moyu poured himself a glass of wine, but focused on the soul world. The soul body sits in the center of the world, and the purple jade soul exudes a powerful pressure. He is the king of this world, the master of this world. In the hands of the soul body, holding a special coffin, the coffin of deep sleep. Lin Moyu did not refine many items in his life, but the one he put the most care into was the sleeping coffin. In the sleeping coffin, the 4 lovers slept here. The sleeping coffin pressed the pause button for their lives, waiting for Lin Moyu to wake them up. The soul gently stroked the sleeping coffin. We will meet soon. After taking a sip of strong wine, his thoughts returned. The soul moved slightly, and the world suddenly became noisy. Lin Moyu's soul quality is too high, and his sensitivity has surpassed that of a god. As long as he is willing, all movements in the large area inside and outside the restaurant cannot be hidden from him. Even if someone speaks through soul transmission, as long as Lin Moyu is willing, he can intercept the transmission content. Lin Moyu began to formally examine his changes. From the 4th rank soul to the 5th rank soul, it was a huge transformation. When the soul force is vigorously moving, thin lines appear in the space. These thin threads have different colors, are intertwined and entangled with each other, but are independent of each other. These are the lines of law. After the soul reaches the 5th grade purple jade soul, Lin Moyu can already clearly sense the true state of the existence of law. He can see the law, feel the beating of the law, and understand the law more easily. From then on, the law is no longer an illusory existence, because some of the laws have already manifested before the eyes. He can easily master a certain law in a short period of time. Although it is not too deep to grasp, it is not a problem to use them to grasp the fur. Lin Moyu finally understood why Antares could master so many laws. Because Antares is the other side, Antares can also see the law, so there is no difficulty in mastering it. Now my own soul has also reached this level. He put away the soul power, the thin line of law disappeared from sight. Now is not the time to comprehend the laws, and Lin Moyu is not interested in these low-level laws. Lin Moyu has his own plans and goals. After reaching the God Venerable, he needs to comprehend the laws of space and time, and if possible, the law of chaos. The law seeks refinement and not excess, but also maintains a balance. What Lin Moyu understands is the law of the 1st echelon. If he tries to understand the laws of the 2nd echelon or even the 3rd echelon, it will break the balance in his soul. For Lin Moyu, it's more harmful than beneficial. In the telepathy, Lin Moyu heard countless voices. As the time for the 4-star field competition draws near, discussions about the 4-star field competition began to increase. In a lot of conversations, Lin Moyu collected a lot of information about the 4-star field competition. Combined with the information in the Renhuang network, I have a more intuitive understanding of the 4-star field competition. 1 year before the official start of the grand competition, Preliminaries will start in each life galaxy to decide who will participate in the competition on behalf of the galaxy. Galaxies are divided into high, medium, and low. There are 10 places for high-level galaxies, 6 places for medium galaxies, and only 1 place for low-level galaxies. No matter what level of galaxy it is, the number of practitioners is extremely large, often in the millions. 0. Ask for flowers. But the number of places is pitifully small, so the competition is very fierce. Especially for those high-level galaxies, although there are a few more places, the number of practitioners has also increased significantly. In fact, the difficulty is greater than that of low-level galaxies. Someone once thought about going to a lower galaxy to participate in the audition and compete for the place in the 4-star field competition. After all, people from higher galaxies are generally more convincing than people from lower galaxies, but those who have this kind of thinking are eventually disqualified. The whole process is supervised by Renhuang Network, and you can't do whatever you want. Everyone has their own galaxy affiliation, and it is impossible for you to rob the places of the other galaxies. In addition to the names of each galaxy, the domain owners also has 10 special places. These 10 special quotas, together with the people sent by the Temple of War, are called seed players. They don't need to participate in the preliminaries of each galaxy, they can directly participate in the finals. It's just that these places are more difficult to obtain, and the decision-making power is completely in the hands of several domain owners. As for the number of places in the Temple of War God, don't even think about it, outsiders don't care at all. Lin Moyu knew that among the 10 spots in Zhu Tian's hands, one was his own. I don't need to participate in any preliminaries, and I can directly participate in the finals when the time comes. After Lin Moyu came to the big world, he has always been active in the Vermilion Bird Starfield, and has never left the Vermilion Bird Starfield. The level 4 authority has also been determined, and he cannot see the detailed information of other star domains yet. This 4-star field competition is indeed an opportunity to see other star fields and their practitioners. The human race is a huge race with a vast star field and countless populations. Among other things, even the methods of cultivation are somewhat different from each other. Just like the power of faith, although it is one of the original powers of the human race, the one that can truly exert the power of faith to the extreme is the Azure Dragon Starfield. The Vermilion Bird Starfield where he is located believes in the power of its own laws even more, and only regards the power of faith as an auxiliary. The rest of the White Tiger Starfield and Xuanwu Starfield are more mysterious, and Lin Moyu doesn't know their specific information. It was just heard by chance that Xuanwu Starfield seems to be good at making puppets and various war weapons. Most of the battleships in the human race, as well as many powerful magic weapons, all come from the Xuanwu Starfield. The specific information can only be known after his authority reaches level 5. Level 5 authority, it should be soon. A familiar prompt sounded in his ear, and Lin Moyu just picked up his wine glass, and the corner of his mouth twitched slightly. It's been a long time since the task reward arrived. The voice of Renhuang Network rang in my ears, it was very beautiful. Complete the battlefield mission, exploration of the number 9 to 58 area. Completion, perfect. Rewards, 50,000 task points, 5 million ordinary points, and 1 contribution points. Because the 9 to 58 area task is completed for the first time, an extra reward task points are 50,000, and the ordinary points are 5 million. Acquiring a full 100,000 points for a task is completely beyond imagination. Lin Moyu has his own ideas about the reason why he can get such a high reward. He didn't think it was because of some perfect completion, nor was it because he was the first to finish the mission. The main reason lies in the task itself, which is related to the ancient times. If you can get information from the ancient times and bring the information back, the rewards will be greatly increased. The ancient times are the key points, and the high-level people of the human race pay special attention to what happened in the ancient times. The contribution point is also for this reason. But then the question arises, why do the high-level people of the human race value the ancient times information so much? It should be more than the high-level people of the human race. Zhu Qiwu has said that the high-level people of all races are looking for information from ancient times. There must be a reason, but what is it for? Lin Moyu racked his brains and couldn't figure it out. Perhaps only at a certain level can we really understand. Lin Moyu laughed at himself unconsciously. He seemed to think too far. A pair of exquisite jade feet came into his sight. Lin Moyu slowly raised his head to look at the person who came. Why are you here? Yuju's appearance and gentle voice formed a very obvious sense of tearing. Yuju's expression was a little strange, very unaccustomed. She came to Lin Moyu and sat down, smiling sweetly. If the captain doesn't come to me, why don't you allow me to come to the captain on my own initiative? Lin Moyu was drinking, but did not answer Yuju's words. Yuju came to find her. There must be something wrong. Yuju sighed helplessly. Captain, you are good at everything, but you are short of humor. Well, I really came to the captain for something. Lin Moyu looked at her and motioned her to continue. Yuju looked around. Captain, how about we talk about it in another place? There are quite a lot of people here. Even if she uses her soul to transmit sound, she cannot guarantee that she will not be heard. She knew that some powerful gods had this ability. Lin Moyu said, no, just say it, no one can hear it. As Lin Moyu spoke, his soul moved, and the invisible soul power enveloped the two of them. Yuju only felt that the surroundings had become extremely quiet, and the outside voices could no longer come in, and their voices could not be heard in the same way. The captain has a solution. A flatterer went straight, but Lin Moyu, a steel-straight man, didn't appreciate it. With helplessness, Yuju talked about the business. I just received an order from my ancestors, and I want the captain to be a resignation. The wine glass stopped by his mouth. The Yu family is a huge family with a very long history. No matter in terms of wealth, intelligence, and influence, they are very powerful. The key is that they are extremely low-key, unlike some other families with a prominent reputation. If you haven't reached a certain level, you won't know the existence of the Yu family at all. Lin Moyu guessed that there must be a strong person in the other side of Yu family. The ancestor mentioned by Yuju is very likely to be a strong man in the other side. Lin Moyu thought a lot in an instant, but he still didn't speak, and motioned for Yuju to continue. Yuju understood Lin Moyu's character and continued, don't worry captain, I won't let the captain do it for nothing. The patriarch sent the mission to Renhuang's network, and the captain can directly receive the mission from Renzi's network. And this task is exclusive to the captain, only the captain can take it. The ancestor said that it is up to the captain whether he accepts it or not. He will not force the captain. Lin Moyu understood the meaning of Yuju's words, so you don't know what the specific task is. Yuju's pretty face turned red. Captain, don't tell me anything. After talking for a long time, it turned out that Yuju was just a messenger. Lin Moyu smiled slightly. Then do you know why your ancestor asked me to do the task? Yuju said, the ancestor didn't say it clearly, but the general meaning is that the captain has just completed a task that no one else can complete. The ancestor feels that only the captain can complete the task he assigned. Lin Moyu pondered for a few seconds and drank the wine before saying, it's up to me whether I take it or not. It seems that this task is not safe. Yuju nodded, I think so too, so the captain doesn't have to answer. Let's go and have a look. At this time, there is still more than a year before the 4-star competition, so it should be enough time to complete a mission. As for danger, which task is not dangerous depends on whether the reward is enough. Lin Moyu paid the bill and left the restaurant, and Yuju followed Lin Moyu step by step. They walked towards the eye service center, receiving a lot of stares along the way. Lin Moyu wore a red-hot appearance and his upper body was naked, revealing his strong muscles. It looks a little wild, like a ferocious beast. But Lin Moyu exudes a faint aura of nobility, giving people an invisible sense of oppression. When people see him, they feel like avoiding their eyes. The beautiful Yuju is like a bird, following Lin Moyu very well, with a happy smile on her face. The two perfectly performed Beauty and the Beast, which attracted a lot of attention. Yuju chuckled, "Captain, don't you think this will attract more attention?" Lin Moyu hummed, "It doesn't matter, just don't crowd around me." Yuju asked, "Captain, can you tell me how you came up with this appearance?" "I was very impressed by this man." Lin Moyu told the truth. Although he only met Chihua once, Chihua's unique appearance left a deep impression on him. So it turned into a red fire look, and it seemed to work pretty well. Yuju was a little surprised. Is there really someone who looks like this? The world is really big and full of wonders. Captain, haven't you ever thought about becoming someone else? But speaking of it, the captain's skin is really good. It feels like a magic weapon. Captain, you know, many people have returned to their own star systems recently. There are many people here now, but it is estimated that there will be less than half of them in a while. The preliminaries of the 4-star competition are about to begin. Captain, do you want to go back? Yuju is like a lark, talking non-stop. Lin Moyu listened quietly without speaking. After Yuju finished talking about the 4-star field competition, she also talked about some recent events. Does the captain know? Something big happened recently. Xiaoxing appears again. He disappeared for hundreds of years and then appeared again. And as soon as he appeared, he went to War Zone No. 10 and killed a god of the Golden Eagle tribe. The news we got is that Xiaoxing has been promoted to a god, and he is a very powerful god. I didn't expect that after disappearing for so many years, Xing turned out to be in seclusion to break through to the god realm. Lin Moyu didn't expect Xiaoxing to come back so quickly. He originally thought he would have to wait another year and a half. Xiaoxing really kept his word, saying that he would slaughter 100 enemy gods for himself, and bring back the heads of the gods for himself. It seems he really did it. Yuju said, I don't know which one is more talented, Xiaoxing or the captain. I think the captain is better, after all, he is over 1,000 years old. Yuju's eyes are full of admiration for Lin Moyu. No one is as good as Lin Moyu.